it without the wall. And he just reaches it, which is a great shot from Lee. That's a great draw shot. Could play with confidence there, knowing that there was something to slide off if he just overplayed it. Which he, like at his playing level, didn't require.
Okay, I'm getting information that YouTube is online.
So Brenton does change hands. He doesn't clearly feel that he can get around that front bowl and get down enough for shot, I would assume. Maybe a bit of jack on this hand is good as well, so he's playing a little bit of weight. Just going to slide around the outside. That was clearly his intention.
Yeah, I'll take the credit for it, Barbara. I had absolutely nothing to do with YouTube being back online, but I'll take the credit for it. Happy with that.
Mitch over in the control panel doing a wonderful job for us.
Yes, and sometimes these services just play a few tricks when you try and get the feeds happening. So Lee just landing in amongst those bowls there to try and make another, and we'll just see if he has. I think he might have done.
I think Di's got the two paddles out, so she likes it.
Di Hudson, just another one of the wonderful volunteers that are involved in the Nationals over the next fortnight.
From the Dowran Bowling Club, just east of Perth.
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, so that's where I suppose, the noted Lisa Featherby comes from.
Yes.
It's her hometown, still lives there. Plays her bowls in Perth.
Of course, Lisa will play her 100th game for WA when the Open Side Series rolls around. 2 shots it is. 2. Lee Schraner leads it 6 shots to 2.
Traditional Lee fashion. Matt back on the tee. That's where he likes it. Jack, what's that, about 6 feet? Talking feet, 2 metres. Short of the tee on the other end.
Yes, Barbara, that Sports TV comment is a scam, so please don't click any links. Just trying to have those removed at the moment, so please don't click any links that look like they might be trying to drag you away. Don't reply to them. Unfortunately, these links pop up on all streams these days, whatever the sport. And another nice start there for Brenton. Just ran out of steam, about a foot or foot and a half short. Lee looking to get down to his first bowl, and he's done that nicely.
Yeah, he's starting to feel that draw.
That came home very nicely at the end. Well, maybe we are going to get a sea breeze, Pete.
I'm telling you,
it's trying to turn around.
I'll say that there's a bit of coolness to that breeze now that didn't exist previously. And it has got a little bit less gust in it, as it might be trying to swing. It's a great shot here from Brenton.
Brilliantly played. The way the sea breeze works here, you generally get a couple of puffs of it as like a warning shot, and then about 3 or 4 minutes later it comes in. So there might be a cooling breeze on its way. It certainly wasn't mentioned in the forecast, so it would be a nice change for the players if so, but it will switch wide and narrow hands around.
Yes. Yes, the hand they're on currently, that played most of the bowls, will become wider, you'd expect. Decision making here, you'd expect Lee to be attacking that short bowl with his last. He's got the bowl sitting behind.
Well, for those not used to the wind in Perth, they're going to get an education today.
Brenton just hasn't got the weight for this hand. It's a nuisance bowl. That will make Lee play more weight if he desires to go that route.
He's heading down to have a look. I think he's going to want to have a look at the angles on his own bowls.
Yes.
Can he take his own 2 out, which I think he can. So that will be the danger of playing any sort of weight. If he gets the edge of his back one, he shoots across and takes the other one as well, and that leaves Brenton with a big opportunity then.
Yeah, if he plays more controlled, he can't get it too directly, but he can get it off the edge of the shot bowl. He can still get down to his own and the other one, so it could be a 3-bowl turnout.
A 3-bowl extraction.
Yeah, so whether he's comfortable with that, losing his own 2 but also losing the shot bowl.
I don't think he'll play big weight here, but it looks like I'm wrong.
He's on the forehand, so he has to be playing some kind of weight. And that, we need to talk to that. He's just getting distracted on the bank still.
In fairness, one of those distractions was actually on the other green. It's a tricky one because the greens are back to back. Well, he is going big weight. He's backing himself in, and he's probably gone the old I don't want to be wide, and he's clipped the tight bowl as a result.
So a difficult opportunity, but an opportunity nonetheless to add a second shot. See if he switches back to around his bowl on the forehand just to beat the Lee second shot, or whether he sticks on this backhand. No, he will switch back to the other hand.
Karen, it is glad to be. I'm very, very happy to be back, bringing you all the coverage of the Nationals. Also be taking the opportunity to get across to the BPL as well, so looking forward to that. Of course, that's in mid-November. Oh, is Brenton going to get down? No, he's not. So it will be one more on the board to Brenton, and he is, well, at the moment, Pete, Brenton's won 3 ends and Lee Schraner's won 3 ends.
Yes.
Lee Schraner's won 3 twos and Brenton's had 3 ones.
It's been a very competitive game so far.
So we are working to try and clean up the comments with a couple of those scammers on there, but the best advice we can give you is just don't click on any of the links, please. It can be hard to keep up with some of these posts.
Yes, little bots and things.
The best defence is just don't go near them. The only links you should click are the official Bowls Australia ones, the ones that are up in the description of your feed that take you to the score updates and things like that. They're safe. But any links that are posted in any comments, just don't click them. Don't engage with them.
Interesting, Lee has changed hands, so whether he's felt that breeze change, but he's gone the forehand. It's a really good
It's
look.
worked okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
foot and a half short. And Brenton follows, so they feel the change out there. Line looks pretty good, but I think he might be just pulling up a bit short, so he's got one in the eye both ways now. So he switches back. Slide on by, but it is good enough for second, so 2 to Lee. Can't keep up. Brenton's switching back as well.
Well, Brenton's won the last 2 ends in this direction. He's picked up 2s in the last 2 ends this way.
Lead there, you mean, not Brenton? Or
oh, sorry, Lee. Sorry.
Thank you. That's a good shot from Brenton. It falls down, it's shot. Doesn't fall down, it's close. And Time makes the call. The front bolt is still shot.
Yes, the 3 ends Brenton have won has been in the opposite direction.
Just getting down enough, I think.
Certainly is. Adds another.
So he's got his 2 at the moment.
Well, he's scored in multiples right through the match so far. Certainly, Victoria versus New South Wales, it's always a good rivalry, no doubt about it. Well, that Victorian rivalry probably extends to a couple other states as well.
Yes, yes.
Vic WA is always a nice rivalry, and I reckon it is between Vic and South Australia too.
That would be from the...
Tell you what, fantastic effort. Is
here.
it going to get down? Not quite. It's just urging it to get down.
May have dropped him for second, but...
Fantastic effort to get round and be in the mix. So Lee Schraner gets final say on this, the 7th end of the match. We have had one dead end. I think his good line is just going to be wasted with not quite having the journey. So it is at least one. We will potentially grab the tape for a second.
No, happy with
2 it is.
2 it is. There you go.
So our run of scores continues. Lee's now won 4 ends to take his score to 8. Brenton's won 3 ends, all singles. And he is down 8 shots to 3.
About a 3/4 length end, so I'll see what Lee has decided to do because he's been consistent at that length.
Well, this is the thing with Lee. Everything he does in a singles game is very deliberate.
Very deliberate.
I mean, we've had a couple of comments say that it's pretty hard to say that Lee Schraner is not the best singles player in Australia at the moment. There'd only be Aaron Sheriff that might argue with that in terms of results over the last couple of years. But Lee, this is his pet event.
Brenton is pushing him. He's playing quite well, Brenton. Just waiting for a drive on the next door rink.
Yep, Craig Mills. He's not foreign to upsetting the rink next to him after after yesterday. I did speak to him during the last game. He was actually just standing on the boundary waiting. I said, "Are you staying on your own rink today, or are you just wandering around wherever you like?" He did wander across onto the rink, and in the meantime,
He's got aggressive again
and ripped it straight off.
Been very accurate this afternoon, I was going to say.
So the challenge for Brenton is to put it right back. He's not far off doing so. Paul just asking for an update between Millerick and Ferguson, Pete. I'm looking at that scoreboard. It looks like 13-6 to Millerick to me, but I'm not sure whether you can get a better look at that.
Around, isn't it? I believe you're right, 13-6. It's definitely Millerick leading.
Which makes things interesting. That will still take it'll still take some big results for Sam Ferguson not to be the champion, but certainly the first step is in challenging Sam is for Cassandra Millerick to beat her in this game.
So Brenton this time using some aggression. He's got one, but he's more looking for the jack because he did have the two back bowls. Looks like it'd be one to Leroy. So Lee. Again, Matt on the tee, 3/4 length. Start again. Here's Schraner putting on a great display of draw drive bowls at the moment. Brenton not doing a lot wrong, but he's found a man in really good form. Great reply. Should be shot, I would think. Lee might have missed, but set himself up.
Yeah, well,
The end.
this is something that Brenton needs to look to change now, doesn't he? You can't just leave it sitting like this, because with Lee having 2 more shots at it, it's not going to stay that way. So he needs to get in here and change it himself, or at least get in the way. Well, he's just going to drop across. It's still there.
So Lee will be using similar weight, I'd expect.
And he...
In off his own, jack clean.
You and I will both be surprised if he misses this twice. Brenton will be disappointed that he was short to that.
Similar weight.
Well, didn't quite get the contact he was looking for.
No, he got closer.
We probably can't count it as a miss, because he did make contact.
It's still sitting there. Brenton still needs to change this.
Well, he either needs to change it or he's got to go around the back now. It's one or the other. He can't afford to be short, that's for sure.
Switch to the forehand. I suppose ideally it's turn his bowl over or sneak past a couple of feet.
Looks like he's got enough weight to do that. Yeah, he's going to come to a good position here.
Had to be. So that'll at least make Lee think about things. He's already halfway down. Having a look at the head. Brenton follows him. I think he can. We can't increase his weight. He doesn't want to lose his own, because Brenton does have 3rd and 4th.
Peter, just looking across, you can see an update on the scoreboard between Cassandra Millerick and Sam Ferguson, and that looks like 20 shots to 6 in favour of Cassandra Millerick at the moment. So, wow, we could have a challenge coming.
That's a good shot loss, which puts others in play, and Millerick puts her back into play for...
Lee Schraner just misses high there, so, well, we said we didn't think he would miss again twice, and, well, he
missed 3 times. He added a bit more weight.
He was very close with the second attempt at it, but didn't quite get the result. We've got Brenton just making up his mind exactly what he's going to play now. He does have the option of just bumping his own bowl on the forehand now, with his own bowl just in behind, as you can see there. So he could play forehand just to roll his own bowl to jack. He's very unlikely to give shot away doing that. And could make 3 if it actually landed perfectly.
Unless he hits it too hard, of course, but...
Oh, we're talking just over draw weight, aren't we? Just a foot, nothing more. Just pop the jack.
Just looking at another one of those girls' games, McGorman and Ace Watson. Gorman's 19 to 10 in front there, so that she is, of course, in 2nd place at the moment. Could be some
nervous times for in the last match. So
that'll bring her level on wins to Ferguson.
She's 32 shots behind. Laney McGorman is 32 shots behind Sam Ferguson, but if that stays the same as that, that's 23 of those made up.
Ooh, he's looked to
turn Lee out of the head, but he's turned him to jack. So
that's an unfortunate result.
It's going to be the first single shot to Lee Schraner in the match, and he leads at 11 shots to 3.
So he took them. Obviously, the more dangerous option to sit him out completely for 4. Got the wrong edge, so 3-11. Well, those difficult ones. Opportunity to make some numbers, but also an opportunity to get the mat back and just get on the scoreboard again. So.
Yeah, look, we all make our decisions, and we live with the consequences, don't we? But
it's easy sitting from here.
It felt like that might have been a safer little search on the forehand. But
it's easier when you see what the result is.
There's other things that factor into exactly. There's other things that factor into the mind as to how you're playing certain hands and things like that. How you're feeling out there. 11-7's the order of the day in the men's Champion of Champions other matches. 11-7 to Glenn Pitts over Scott Dagwell, and 11-7 to Craig Mills over Jack East. Looks like Sam Ferguson's going to score on that end over there. So those shots become really important now.
She needs to climb back.
Probably not going to get back from 20 to 26 to win. It's been done, but
yes,
you're probably not going to. But if you can get it back to 13 or 14, it can make a big difference. All right. Lee Schraner with first dibs on the jack on this end. Brenton coming up short with his first.
Ball. Again, that breeze has dropped considerably. It's allowing players to group bowls that they probably couldn't group before.
Yeah, just to find that consistency.
There's no one better at it than Lee Schraner. Brenton just losing his weight here.
A little bit dangerous here at 11-3.
Hopefully not thinking about that last ball he played, because you've got to put that out of your mind and move on to the next end.
Well, Lee's in the area again here. Just going to glance off his own. Well, that closes it down nicely too. It might force some searching weight here from Brenton. Needs to get into that split of those two bowls, get a bowl up onto the jack.
Yes, but just ditch weight maybe, no more than that.
Oh, I wouldn't think so.
It's probably not even
Just tried
just
to draw
weight. It's probably not even that. True, I thought that came out a bit quicker, but it didn't. I'm all over the place. Sorry about that, viewers. I got no idea. I'll sit back and be quiet. Looked like it had a lot more than that to me. Looked like it was similar to his last. Must have been a gust.
Must have got a gust.
There's my reputation down there.
Well, Lee's not going to look to move too much of this. He'll be pretty happy with the way this is sitting. He's gone out on the other side, looking to nestle in. I don't think it's quite going to get there, but he didn't really want to change that too much, I don't think. But there is still a shot on, and I think at this point at 11-3, Brenton needs to take this on and play a little bit more into this.
Yep, needs some bowl movement here.
How's it look out of the hand, Pete?
Yeah, no, I think he's got a little bit more this time.
Right, okay, good.
I'm comfortable.
He's drifting across though. So it's going to be another 2 on the board to Lee Schraner. He leads it 13 shots to 3. And he is making a move for the title. Glenn Pitts is leading 11-8, but a big win to Lee Schraner might put him... He's already 9 shots clear. So if he wins by any sort of double-figure margin,
makes it difficult.
It could put him safe. Lee Schraner in singles competition. He is a very, very hard man to beat and has been that for some time.
Looks like the South Australia WA ladies match is over with 21-12 to McGorman. So that gives her a +9.
+9 for that game.
For that game, sorry.
Yep, so it takes her to +16 overall. We'll keep you up to date as the Ferguson-Millerick match concludes. It's can't quite see whether they're finished yet.
So we're still at that 3/4 length from Lee here. Matt on the tee. You can probably just draw a little circle where he's going to put that jack. He's got great jack control as well.
And you can just about draw a circle where he's going to land the bowls as well at the moment. He's certainly found rhythm. Oh, and a little flop back towards the jack there.
Just slides past, but has use.
Last round, Laney McGorman plays Julia Brownie from Queensland. I would say that match might be looming.
2v3 at the current ladder.
Yeah, I think that match might be looming as the one that we will be covering at 2:30 WA time, but we will confirm that at the end of this round, because we will go looking for matches that can affect the overall outcome, and it might be that one that might be a favourite to do so, although Sam Ferguson not going away. She's won another end over there.
20-10 at the moment.
Every shot she scores is one that Laney McGorman will need to win by in the next round. That's really what it's coming down to. So at the moment, if that ended, there'd be 12 shots for Laney McGorman to make up. So she would have to stop her opponent from getting double figures, basically. But right now, our attention's right here on Lee Schraner, who is crowding this jack.
Yes, he's just all over it at the moment. Brenton's just lost a little bit of confidence here in his weight. Just searching a bit more. He's going bigger this time.
He's under the line and gets his own. So 3 down. He'll be 4 down when he plays his last bowl here, we would think. Can't see Lee looking for the back of the rink at the moment.
No, don't think that bothers him. But he had to think about it, so we'll see what he's decided. No, he's just going to the jack.
Yeah, I think the only reason he paused then is because there was a little bit of movement at the back of the rink. He's drawn another one, and importantly, he's got past the jack, so nothing that can be used. It might be able to be removed, but it can't be used. Big weight.
It's closer.
It's on the other hand, so it's close. Got one of them.
Just got the single one out, but
another 3 on the board to Lee Schraner. He now leads at 16-3. He's won the last 5 ends on the trot, and 4 of those ends have been multiple scores.
That drives the score up really quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, Robin sang amazing bowls by Lee. He's just been allowed to find that range because that wind has dropped away, as we actually doubted it would when we looked at the forecast, but it has dropped away. It's actually quite still right now.
Yes, it is.
It's probably as still as it's been all day right now.
It's as still as Sorrento gets.
Yes.
So take advantage of it while you can, bowlers.
Scott Dagwell and Glenn Pitts are now 11 shots apiece. And it's 11-8 in favour of Craig Mills over Jack East. That match is going to become important for medal positions.
Yes.
But Lee Schraner has his foot down right now. having a bye in the last round, and he's saying, well, I want this wrapped up before it even gets to that.
There'll be a game and plenty of shots clear, so it's going to take a big effort. But, of course, we are, from a broadcast point of view, hoping Brenton just finds the range again, because he was good early. There was nothing wrong with what he was doing early, even though Lee was pulling away from him. It's just his last few ends, he's lost the weight control that he once had.
They are shaking hands over in the Cassandra Millerick and Sam Ferguson match, so it is 21-10 win. It is a 21-10 win to Cassandra Millerick. So that's an 11-shot win, which brings our margins back to Sam Ferguson on 4 wins plus 28, and Lainey McGorman on 4 wins plus 16. Therefore, to win the title, Lainey McGorman will need to win, to actually clearly win the title, she will need to win her last game 21-8. That will be 13 shots that she will add to her total.
Who's got the last bye?
Good point, because Sam Ferguson has had her bye, so she will be in action. So let's have a look.
Yeah, so she'll need to win by 13 more than Sam Ferguson does.
Yeah.
Or hope Sam loses. Then it won't matter how many she wins by.
Yeah, Sam Ferguson plays Ray Simpson. So that's going to be interesting.
Tasmania.
That is going to be interesting. We will definitely be covering one of those matches.
Yes, one of those games.
And we'll be keeping you up to date with the score of the other.
Lee just losing it a little bit this end. 3 wayward bowls.
Yes, in my mind I was giving Sam Ferguson the bye in the last round, but she doesn't have the bye. She's already had hers. So
I'll work out where you're going.
Well, 21-8 will get Lainey McGorman into the picture, but it may not need to be that.
No. Even if Sam had the bye the last round, then he would only need to win the last game. It wouldn't matter what the shots up were.
Good point.
So you confuse me. That's 1 each for today. So, as I say, 3 wayward bowls here from Lee on his standards. Can he find it with the last? And I don't think he can. So, good opportunity here. Get back on the scoreboard. Brenton currently holding 1. Has a bit of room to add that second, just to get that scoreboard ticking over. Be able to set his own length. He's just got to get back enough. It's very close. Not sure if it's done enough or not. Clearly has on the. Yep.
Yes, probably fair to say, Pete, that I made a mess of that. So, yes, you're correct. So, look, we'll give you the summary at the end of this round, but the scores will go into Bowls Link shortly, and we'll give you the up-to-date table, because all of the women's champion and champion matches are actually now finished.
So what does Brenton do? He's bringing the mat up a little bit. Not a long way, so he's not. Certainly shortened it up. So it's 16-5. It's just one end at a time for Brenton.
Yep, chip away. As long as you're scoring, your opponent's not.
Have a couple of little goals to get to a point before Lee gets to a score again.
It is a tough ask to have to come back against the best going around. When he only needs 5 for victory, and he's playing extremely well.
Yes. was around about 3 foot through. So correction required. This is probably the shortest end they've played the whole game. It's not particularly short. I mean, medium to long most of the game. There's good correction coming here.
And Pete, just to add to Brenton's woes, he hasn't won an end in this direction.
Well, then he's due.
He is due.
Should have won, not the last one coming this way, the one before.
Yeah, when he played the conversion.
Yep. Unfortunately, the conversion went long, so Lee reverts back to aggression and misses. He hasn't had many of them. Opportunity. Little touch around the corner just to tighten that head up from Brenton. Would be terrific. Another foot on his last.
Yeah, just needs to close it down a bit, doesn't he? Oh, he's urging it to reach.
Or at least get back to the line, just to give him a little bit of protection. It'll make Lee think about it, but I'm not sure he will think very long.
I think he's thinking about removing the bowl.
Yes, I said it was a short think. So he's on his way.
Yeah. Well, he's got it, but he's got his own at the same time.
So he's left himself 2 down, but plenty of room for a bowler of his standard. But Brenton can nail it here. Becomes a little bit more difficult. Opportunity. Well, one looks okay, but he might have pushed it. So it is 3 shots to Brenton.
Do you or I believe it's staying that way?
I wouldn't write them down just yet. But, yeah, funnier things have happened.
So, can Brenton win an end in this direction? He holds 3. Lee Schraner with the last bowl of this end.
The line is good.
He does need it to pull up.
He does need a seat or to pull up. He's going to get a seat. Oh, he's very
well,
that he knows it.
He knows it. Absolutely, he knows it. The look on his face.
Brenton. Yeah, that's. Whew.
It is one to Lee Schraner.
It is one to Lee. That is a shaky one. Brenton's not impressed.
No,
As,
17.
None of us would be.
17-5 it is. Scoreboard. Yep, scoreboard is correct. 17-5.
So Lee's a bit longer than what he has been for a little while.
So Lee now just one end away. Well, from seemingly, I wouldn't say locking down the title just yet, but he's not going to be far off.
No, he's very close to. If the scores stay the same, because
Scott Daggle's actually just got in front now against Glenn Pitts.
Glenn
Pitts
Pitts
currently sitting second.
Yeah, so it's 14-13 on that scoreboard to Scott Dagwell.
Craig Mills and Jack East can't catch Lee Schraner if he wins this game.
No, it's a first or second guaranteed. Nice start there from Brenton. For Lee, as long as he wins this game, it's a guaranteed gold or silver.
Yeah, and it may well be a guaranteed gold. We will have to wait and see the final margins in the Glenn Pitts match.
Certainly,
it's going to be the one.
Certainly silver to bronze is quite interesting.
Yeah, certainly.
Anyone can get that. Great
Well,
start.
Brenton's nudged the jack.
Lee has
Sorry,
well.
Lee. Lee has nudged the jack back to his own.
course, the boys will be on the other green, so we won't be able to see any of them. We only have to go by the scores for the next game. This is a great shot here. Oh, he's very unlucky because he's still 2 down. Well played, but as is the case many times when you're just struggling a bit and you're behind, those little rubs and things just do not go your way. Quite often it's because you're not playing quite as well as your opposition, so Lee's still holding 2. Looking to add that third. I'm not sure he's got the run. He doesn't have the run. Disappointed with that. So Brenton just asking if he can have a look, as he has to, because he's only played the 2 bowls.
More scam streams, just a scam, yeah, well, they are scam stream posts that are appearing in our comments. Please don't click any of those. We are trying to remove them as quickly as they appear, but it's can be hard to keep up with. It's better that nobody clicks them. Why would you click a link to go off to another site? You can watch it right here, and this is, you know, here and Bowls Australia's YouTube page. Here on Facebook and Bowls Australia's YouTube page are the only place you can watch, and you can watch for free.
Brenton sticking on this forehand. It's a tough shot he's got. Not a lot of room and not a lot of...
This looks a bit high.
Can't see much. Assuming he will be just trying to lay off that Lee bowl on the just behind Jack there. Fall in off that. It's a bit like the marker that you get in darts. You see something to lay in off. Quite often it's a lot easier than just going to draw to the Jack.
Well, Lee Schraner has the opportunity to take another step towards victory here. Of course, Brenton's still got a bowl to play.
Trying to edge forward. I think he's doing enough. Well, he's doing plenty. That's a great shot. Covers it up as well. Not only... Mike is only saying 2, which is interesting. So... Dallas just indicated 2 shots.
We
There's
have
already 2 shots.
We have the up-to-date standings in the women's, so we'll have a look at that at the end of this, and we'll see what Brenton does with this first. It's big weight.
Weight. Not a lot of options.
And no contact. So
I said 2.
Okay. We'll wait for the outcome of the end, and then we'll run through the up-to-date standings in the women's event. All those matches have concluded for this round. Just one more round to play. And the tape is out for the 3rd by the look of it. So the match will continue because Lee can only get a maximum of 3 here. And ooh,
Just tight.
might well be 3. That is close. No, the touch was just there. So 2 is the outcome there. So 19 shots to 5 in favour of Lee Schraner. Now, let's have a look at this women's table. So we've got Sam Ferguson on top on 4 wins plus 28. Lainey McGorman is also on 4 wins plus 16. They will both play in the final round. So Laney has to win by 12 more than Sam wins by.
Yep.
Assuming Sam wins. So if Sam was to lose that one, then Laney McGorman would just need to win, and she would be our gold medalist. Cassandra Millerick is a win behind, but with results going her way, she could actually still challenge. She's plus 11, but she's a win behind. So if Sam Ferguson and Laney McGorman both lost, Cassandra Millerick can still challenge. Julia Brownie is also on 3 wins, but her minus 14 will put her pretty much out of the picture, you would think. It would have to be a massive win.
What she's looking for.
Yep. And Chris Ace Watson can still challenge for a bronze, but no, she's on the bye, so so she will not be able to. So that's Ray Simpson, also on 2 wins. With a big win, she could potentially get herself into a bronze medal position. So there you go. Sorry if that was a little bit disjointed. We're interpreting it as we look at the results. You can do the same by just heading to the results portal and checking out all of the results.
Still in the box seat with a 12-shot lead. She wins. It takes a big effort from the other 2 to catch it. Well, big effort.
Yeah, and if she wins by any sort of margin, then it is over.
Yeah, so it's still in her hands.
Well, right now, Lee Schraner is a couple of bowls away from locking in victory here. Now, if he wins this end, it's going to put him 25 shots clear of Glenn Pitts, although Glenn Pitts can still boost his shots count with a win here, but he's obviously got to get within 21.
So, yes, he'd need to win to 15. And currently, his opponent's already on 14. So, it's tough.
Now, Brenton's come up just short there, so Lee currently holding game. And he's potentially chosen to go nowhere near this.
He's happy with his 2.
I'm going to trust that Lee's put that out there deliberately.
Yeah, I am too. He's challenging Brenton to beat his 2.
Yeah, exactly, and not fatten it up to help him. Has this got the journey?
No, it hasn't. So you think? Well,
I think Lee will try and count with this one.
Just count, but not be particularly close. He doesn't need to get close. Just needs to beat the other 3 bowls of Brenton in case he does go with weight and gets rid of one of them. He's still got 2. So it's just, is he passing?
Nope.
No.
Crash.
So Brenton, you would think, still needs to draw. Is it the last bowl of the match? The body language wasn't inspiring. But
He's not far away.
No, he's
Needs
just
to miss
clicking.
that. He hasn't. That is going to be 2 shots to Lee Schraner, and he is going to close out victory 21 shots to 5. And that now moves him to a plus 37 count with 5 wins. Glenn Pitts is plus 12, so he's now plus 25 behind. So for Glenn to have a chance, he must win this match that he's in by at least, it's got to be at least 4 shots, but realistically
5.
he needs a few more than that.
You would think so.
And it's already 14 all, so
otherwise he's looking for a 21-0
look,
win.
Lee Schraner has a massive, I would say he's probably got 2 hands on the trophy at the moment.
And yes.
He just doesn't quite have it stored in the car yet to take home. So a big win there from Lee Schraner puts a big stamp on this event. The other scores at the moment, 14-all between Scott Dagwell and Glenn Pitts, 15-11 to Craig Mills over Jack East. That is going to conclude our coverage for round 6 here at the Men's Champion of Champions event as part of day 2 of the Nationals 2023. We still do have 2 more matches to cover for you. They will be at 2:30 WA time, so that is a just over an hour and a half from now.
Yes.
And then we'll have the boys under 18 singles final at 5:30 tonight, Western Standard Time. So that's what's still coming for you. It is a big thank you to Tourism Western Australia, the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries and Lottery West, and also the City of Joondalup. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Clive. I'll see you soon.
We certainly will. Make sure you like the Bowls Australia Facebook page. Make sure your notifications are on, and we will go live in around about 1.5 hours from now with round 7 of the Australian Champion of Champions right here at Sorrento.